Hey, it's Joey Grumman. Thanks for clicking on the video. It's about 40 degrees. Winds are about 5 miles an hour. But today we're not going fishing. We're doing something else. Little twist. It's going to be exciting. Check it out. Let's go inside and meet the good people of Mariner Sails. Here we go. So here we are in Mariner Sails, and man, this place is absolutely awesome. I want you guys to meet somebody. His name is Chris, and he's a store manager. What's special about Mariner Sails?
So Mariner Sails is a fantastic place. We have a staggering inventory in terms of kayaks, but especially accessories and parts. You'll find pretty much anything you need here. If you are having any problems with your boat, we're great for a start. Generally, we have any parts you can imagine in stock. Another thing that we specialize in is not necessarily fish finders themselves. A lot of people do that. We try to focus on creative ways of mounting them onto kayaks. Kayaks, as you may know, have special needs for fish finders that don't come with them. For example, mounts that allow them to be adjusted in height and positioning so we can manage our very limited space on kayaks. Another thing that we specialize in is powering them effectively. Our favorite battery here is going to be the FPV 17.5 amp hour battery. I don't even know where to start on this battery. It's incredibly light. It's waterproof. Everything about it is made to be plug and play, easy. You just can't get it wrong. We also offer a huge lineup of ways of mounting it. We can mount it to the mast. We can mount it to a plate inside of the hatch there. There's just so many different ways of doing it. Really just you need to figure out what's best for you, and we're happy to help with that. Got a bunch of Yak Attack stuff in stock, guys. Whether you're going for a transducer mount, putting your fish finder, that one's for a Hook 2 series. You may appreciate Yak Attack's boomstick here. You can keep the rotation down low and that smooth, no disconnect.
Holy cow, is that Joey?
Hey,
Man,
Mr. Thomas.
Joey, great to see you. Welcome
Good to
back,
see you.
sir.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Can you get us both in the frame here? I'm not sure if it works.
All right,
Hold on.
Get a step
Hold
stool.
on.
Step stool.
I'll be right there. Welcome back to Dallas, by the way.
Thank you. It's good to be here. It's good to be
what are you
here.
doing here,
Good to be.
sir?
Well, I thought I'd come up here, do a little bit of shopping, check out the store, and say hi to your friendly staff.
Well,
So
cool. I'm
yeah.
glad you're doing it.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know if you guys know this, but we're going to be working with Joey this year. He's going to help us help heroes on the water. We've been doing that for years and years and years, and there's a chapter down in Galveston that I imagine you're going to be hearing from Joey about over this next season.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
I'd like a little throw out to Mark De La Rosa. Mark, thanks for all the good work you do. That's apparently how we got to meet Joey.
It
here,
is.
by the way, so great job.
Hey, Mr. Thomas is actually 100% right. MDLR Fishing YouTube channel. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I can't tell you how many of Mark's videos I watched and was so inspired by him to actually do my own YouTube channel. So Mark, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. And thanks for your service, Mark. Many of you know, but some of you don't. Mark was a Marine, 20 plus years, retired, and he was in E9. So Mark, thank you for your service.
Whether you want to do a roto grip or mounting, let's say, an anchor trolley, we can piece it together if you don't want to use their line, or we've got the whole kits up here. I mean, the list just goes on and on. When Luther Cyphers was here a couple years ago, he used the word Yak Attack Superstore, and I think that's pretty accurate in terms of what we stock. I'd like to introduce the FPV 17.5 amp hour battery. Perfectly sized for just about any of those fish finders, starting in the 4 or 5 range all the way up to 7s and 9s. We have a number of ways of mounting these batteries. The options are pretty much limitless. What we can do, first of all, we can just split the connection. Okay, so rather than soldering and having to heat shrink it, just clamp down. Now you've got a waterproof, plug and play, adjustable in the future connection. Let's put a fuse on here. We can hook up a pigtail. This is where you'd make that one soldered connection to your fish finder, and that'll be the last one you have to do for that, no matter what you do to your system in the future. Another beautiful thing about these batteries is that they have a battery management system circuit in there that protects against shorts and keeps the battery from going on runaway or doing it. Yeah, the design on these is just incredible. We're going to do a USB port. We're just going to, once again, plug that in. We offer these in a huge variety of lengths, so no matter where this is going to be mounted on your boat, you'll have room to do it, all waterproof along the way. Put a switch on here just for fun.
Oh, it lights up.
That way you know that it's being powered. Another nice thing about that light is it'll remind you that there is power draw there. Keep in mind that unit, as it says right here, it's got a transformer that's going to take it down from 12 volts to 5 volts. And that process takes energy all the time, no matter whether or not you have anything plugged into it or not. So I highly recommend putting some sort of switch, like this inline or a number of the other options that we have here. We also offer those same batteries in a 7 amp hour option. For some of the smaller units, if you're running like a Garmin Striker 4 or something like that, that'll work fantastic for that. If you're also going to be running a trolling motor, you may want to jump up to the 50 amp hour. The takeaway here is no matter what you want to do with your electrics, whether it's simple and small or you want to eventually grow it into something complex, if you start off with a system like this, you can grow and modify it to extreme levels, where we have 6 fuse circuits with a fob here. 2 of them are always on, the rest are switched. Burley Pro's products. Of course, as we've already covered, we've got the Burley Pro visor set up right there. But Burley Pro makes a lot of Hobie specific items too, such as this jig bucket right here. As you can see, it's already designed to fit Hobie's existing hole patterns and replace their soft pockets. If you're looking for a way of holding a little more gear there's a number of different variants. There's our slimmer jig bucket. Also have side row option where we have a spot for pliers and fish grips. Once again, fits that stock Hobie pocket there. And another really cool thing that Hobie does is they make transducer mounts for Hobie's Lowrance Ready system. So let's say you wanted to get a Ray Marine onto your Hobie Sport. First, you mount the transducer to this plate, okay? Then you add this cover. That unit there bolts into or replaces the existing Lowrance Ready plate. It's just turning out to be a great solution for guys who wanted to put side scan units on these boats when there really wasn't a mechanism for it up until a couple of years ago. Battery mounts, ways of getting power on your boat. That is a lot of juice in one package there. Incidentally, it also fits in the back of a Pro Angler. So you know that round hatch that some of you guys have had trouble with? It actually fits right down in there. There are a number of other options too, to include a Hobie mast support and just great ways of getting power into your boat cleanly. So you can do things like USB ports, chargers. And if you want to get really fancy, you can one of our hubs and control your lights at will. Recently, I had the opportunity to finally get on a 360. They've been out for a while. We finally got our demo boats, and I was able to take one out to the lake. First of all, I've been in Hobie's for 10 years now, and love their products. Love having a pedal drive boat. Pro angler owner myself. Now, the first thing that I noticed getting on this boat is that it is totally different in the way that it moves. I had to sort of unlearn all of that. And the reason why is because this 360 drive really will propel you in any direction you choose. So it totally changes the way that you need to think about and plan how you're going to move your boat. Yeah, it just kind of took a while to get myself oriented with that, because you now have two steering controls. So you've got your rudder control that we're all used to and love. But in addition to that, you've also got the 360 mechanism right here, which rotates those fins around. And it just, it was a totally new experience for me to have the boat moving sideways. And within about 15 minutes or so playing around with it, I was able to kind of get it to strafe and do what I was telling it or what I wanted it to. But I kind of had to math that out in my head, just because we've never had anything that could move like this before. Now, what you will find on the Pro Angler is that they took nothing away when they upgraded this boat. Really, that's one of our core principles here when we modify boats is do no harm upgrades. So we like to add functionality without taking anything away, at least not unnecessarily. And what you'll find, there's still all of the stuff. You still got the horizontal rod tubes, which we all love. You still have the fantastic Vantage seat here that is infinitely adjustable, very high or quite low for high wind settings. Still just the amazing layout and the H-rails. Can't tell you how much I enjoy having that. And just the overall functions of the boat. Rudder, skeg. You know, I just can't say enough good things about what Hobie did on the 360. I had my concerns about things being more complex. Sometimes that comes at a high cost, but I think they did a bang up job.